all doing well. Thank you so much for all the awesome comments and support on my light language video. It's okay if you didn't like it, I understand. But I really appreciate just giving it a chance, and I'm really glad that a lot of you did like it. Okay, so I wanted to tell you some interesting things that have kind of come up to the surface this week. And okay, where do I want to begin? It has to do with affirmations. It has to do with kind of an epiphany that I've had about affirmations. Give me a second to chill out and collect because I have so many things that I want to say. So a couple weeks ago, I'll start here. Joe and I were talking about astral travel. And so I do journeys. When I do a journey, I project my consciousness into people's energy fields in order to see what's there and then help them overcome their own inner vulnerabilities, insecurities, help them know more about themselves, spirit guides, higher self, whatever you want to look into. I can project my consciousness into the energy world and then talk about that. So it feels like the next step is astral travel, because astral travel is actually... It's kind of like leaving your body. You'll always be connected to your body, but it's more of a full sensory on the soul level experience. It's louder, energetically louder, to feel it and experience it than it is to be human and project your consciousness. So when you astral travel, you basically go to the other side of everything. So if you're astral traveling, you're going to wake up in your bedroom and everything's going to look the same. And then you're going to walk around and try to turn the light on, and you won't be able to, because in the astral plane, it's a different reality than it is in our version of reality through our physical bodies, through this experience. So I don't have a lot of experience astral travel. I'm not even much of a dreamer. I do have dreams at times, but I do so much of a spiritual. I have so much of a spiritual experience without, like, I mean, it's kind of like my day-to-day. So if I don't dream, it's not that big of a deal to me. If I'm not astral traveling, it's not that big of a deal to me because I feel like I'm doing so much with the spirit realm already, that I feel quite satisfied, okay? However, I'm wanting to go beyond. And I feel like I'm ready to go beyond. So I guess my level of satisfaction is wanting to grow and expand and discover more. Like, I'm ready for more. So my experience with astral travel, I have a few experiences from high school. I have a couple of recent experiences over the last couple of years that were a little different. My high school experiences of astral travel was really, I just wanted to leave this world because I was depressed and I didn't like it here. So I felt like I had a right to say, if I don't want to be here, then I don't have to be here. So I can just leave my body and just not come back to my body. So at night, what I would do is I would just hold my breath and relax, like relax way on down. And I would feel myself falling inside of myself. And then somewhere like 6 hours later, around 4 a.m. in the morning, I would wake up in another version of my bedroom, which was my bedroom. I thought that it was the real world. So I get out of bed and go to the light switch and it doesn't work. And that's when I notice something seems strange. Then there'd be very, 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 very scary energy there. And I would be running through my house screaming for help. And then once I said, God help me, about 3 seconds later, I would wake up like panting, full out of bed. Like, what the heck just happened? I tried to leave this world several times in high school and I didn't like where I wound up. So I stopped doing that, okay? And I haven't astral traveled since then, except a couple of times the last few years. One experience was with Archons, was actually quite... I felt like I learned a lot from that. I'll put a link to that Archons video. I talk about it in there. And then I had another experience. I asked Cryon for help in this one. It wasn't like your typical astral... I mean, it was definitely an astral dream, but it didn't take place in my own house. There was a dark spirit and it was kind of in a broken house. And I remember just trying to transform the spirit, the heart of the spirit. And I was just generating light and love to help this, to help the heart of the spirit to feel the light and love inside of itself so it could shift. That's what I do in a journey state when I project my consciousness and I find like a negative entity or demon. I can touch the heart of that and send love and light into it and help it shift. so it can heal from the inside. It can find the light inside of itself, and now it doesn't have the same projected meaning anymore. It's not a demon or a negative entity. It has found the light inside of itself. But in this astral dream, when I was doing this, I was waiting and waiting for the energy to shift. It wouldn't shift. And it just kept attacking me, attacking me, attacking me. I was like, Cryon, why is this not working? And Cryon told me the reason why is because I feel like it will take time. And that's when I woke up. I was like, wait, what's going on here? And I was so like in awe of this experience, because in that astral dream, I was taking the rules of the human world into the astral plane, which doesn't work. Because the astral plane doesn't need time. It needs an affirmation. It needs a truth. So this spirit's transformed. This spirit is full of light. Or I don't exist here. I exist in a realm of light, or something of this kind. And then you can, I mean, it seems I haven't been able to practice this because I can't get back to the astral plane to do it. Okay. So I'm not able to practice it yet, but these are some ideas. There's so much to tell you about all this. So just to recap on the discovery, when I do journeys here, when I project my consciousness, it does take an element of time. Like if I'm going through chakras to heal chakras or even look at what's there, it takes an element of time for me to process a lot of energetic information, to read it, to transform what's out of balance, out of harmony. Like you can hear it as obvious as hitting the wrong note, you know? It's like, ooh, that's the wrong note. So you can hear that in someone's energy field, and then you can go to that and transform it, okay? But it takes time. It doesn't just bam, transform. So you just wait for the energy to shift. You wait for it to find its own harmony. Now in this dream, I was waiting for that to happen, and it wasn't going to happen because it's different rules in the astral plane. So I believed that it would take time to heal this demon. Therefore, how long? How much time? You know, I didn't realize he would have that rule book with me in the astral plane. All right, so I'm telling you this story because Joe and I were talking about it. So I'll just check my description and you can find a link to Joe's YouTube channel. So Joe and I talk all the time about the spirit realm, and sometimes we do journeys together, and then we share videos on YouTube so you can see Joe's perspective and my perspective. So Joe and I were both talking about, imagine if we could just go into the astral plane while we're still awake, not in a sleep state, but actually go into a meditation and then just go into the astral plane and then go to clients and heal them from the astral plane. Wouldn't that be something? That might be the next step for us. So Joe has so many years and years and years and years and years of experience in the astral plane. He could just go there. I don't know why I can't just go there for some reason. I probably am going there. I just don't know how to recall it. Either way, it doesn't matter because everything is perfect, and I don't feel like I'm any rush. I don't feel down about myself. I'm not, I feel perfectly at peace with everything. But I told Joe that I'm a little nervous because my last memories of the astral plane is like always dealing with some kind of scary event. So do I want to go back there? I don't know. Well, I decided like last week or probably beginning of this week, very recently, that I created an affirmation, and I'm in the astral plane. I'm visiting the astral plane. I'm remembering my experiences in the astral plane, and I'm starting with that. Okay, so this is a message about affirmations. I have some background story, so I've kind of told you some background story of where this affirmations thing is coming from. There's more to tell you about this, about what I learned. All right, so I've been saying this. I'm saying I'm open to being in the astral plane. I've even been practicing at night, just relaxing, not trying to fall asleep, just relaxing my body, not like holding my breath and falling into myself. I feel like I could go to the astral plane by breathing just fine and just relaxing and breathing, that I could do it that way. However, I'm just allowing, I'm okay with my own pace because the intention is out there. The intention will manifest the experience in divine time. Okay, so I don't need to speed up the process. I will discover it for myself in time. Okay, so I've been doing this, and I've had no astral experiences at all since I've been doing this. Okay, does that mean the affirmations don't work? No, the affirmations are crazy working. So a couple days ago, I woke up, and the first thing that happened to me when I woke up was this epiphany about affirmations. And it brought me back to that dream where I was trying to transform the guy. that evil spirit, and I believed that it would take time, so therefore I could never transform him in a place where there is no time. Okay. So I woke up to this epiphany about the power of affirmations, about the power of stating the reality. Okay, stating the reality. Here's an example. Let's say your house is super dirty and messy and like needs a hardcore clean. So what do? You say, "Oh, my house is such a mess. God, I gotta do dishes. Oh, I got so much laundry to do. I gotta fold it." So we live in the affirmation of how we perceive things, okay? So we perceive it as a dirty house, therefore it is a dirty house. And sometimes when it's a messy house, it takes a very, very long time to clean it because we're in the timeline of our house is dirty, okay? My house is dirty. So how are you ever going to clean a dirty house if you live in my house is dirty reality? So you have to start saying my house is clean. That way you start to manifest that reality. I live in a clean house. Do you believe that your house is clean? That's the problem. If you believe your house is a mess because it looks like a mess right now in our version of time, it's going to be hard to clean it. But if you live in the reality where my house is clean, now you can transition into that reality. It's like quantum leap, quantum jumps, okay? By changing the way that you perceive your reality. Even if it looks dirty, don't say that it's dirty. Do you understand? Say that it is clean, because that's the reality you're actually wanting to live in. So by saying my house is clean, even if it's a mess, just say my house is clean and you will find it getting clean, okay? I practice this with chakras. All right, we're going to do this together. You guys ready for this? Okay. So I was realizing, as I was getting excited about this, I was thinking about I am light. And then I was saying things like my house is full of light. I have so many things to tell you guys about my house energy and everything. And affirmations and how serious this business is and why you should try this for yourself. But you have to stay with it. You have to stay with the truth. You can't deviate from it. You have to stay with this. So you have to say, I have $10 million. If you don't have $10 million, then you're always going to live in the reality of what you don't have, okay? So this is what you need to do. You need to state these things, but you have to believe it. So what is holding you back from believing it? Doubt, judgment, ego. How do you override doubt, judgment, and ego? Let's come back to a moment of practice together. Okay, so I'm trying not to tell you guys too much stuff, but I'll tell you this, okay? All right, so my house, ever since I moved in here, this house that it's a townhome that I live in, it's almost like it's on a land that there's so much dark energy here. There's like a lot of dark. I'm having to constantly do energy work to clear energy out of my home. And it's shocking. It's shocking. The first week that I lived here, it's gruesome. It's gross energy. It's really gross energy. So I had a very hard time sleeping. And when I went to the energy side of my home, I was like, oh my God, why did I do this sooner? It was so wrong. Like my kids have issues and everything. So I'm constantly having to clear the energy out underneath my townhome in this land area. I'm having to clean energy out. I'm constantly filling my home with light, just transmuting any of the vulnerable energies and then filling my home with light. I'm doing this regularly just to keep the energetic balance here, okay? Which then keeps me in balance, because a happy home is like a happy life, okay? You want your home to be energetically balanced because it will help you be energetically balanced. So I realized that, okay, I could go into the energy side of my home, or I could just simply say that my home is full of light. So is that enough? Now I'm questioning, is it enough to just simply say my home is full of light? My home is happy. My home attracts positive energy. Is it enough to say that? It's a question. Like, it's just a question. I have to choose to believe that I can simply state that my home is full of light. My home is happy. My home is full of positive energy. And that is all I have to do. Like, I don't have to go into the energy to feel out all the dimensional nooks and crannies of what exists here, because I can just simply state that and believe that truth. because our human world is connected with the astral world, and both of them, in a way, work with the same rules. It's just hard to believe because it takes time for things to happen here. Where in the astral plane, it's an instantaneous truth that you work with in order to get to the next experience of which you choose, okay? This is still based on my idea because I still don't have enough practice in the astral, but I'm deducing all of this. I woke up having these epiphanies. I'm having them for a reason because I think I'm learning them in the astral plane. And I don't even remember it, except when I have the epiphany when I wake up. Now, okay, I hope I'm doing a good job of explaining myself. Like, I feel like this is such profound information, and I don't know if I'm doing a good job of sharing it. Okay, so, all right, my third eye is open. So, close your eyes. Let's do this together. My third eye is open. When you say this, and you should do this just in your own time, when you say my third eye is open, you just wait for a moment. Feel if anything comes back, like your third eye's blocked, or who are you to say that your third eye is open? You know it's not open. Like any type of energetic frequency that feels like it's doubt or it's judging, anything like that. That is the energy that is actually releasing because you're choosing to exist in the truth that your third eye is open. So when you say my third eye is open, anything else is just clearing out, is just leaving. So if I say my home is full of light, my home is happy, my home is grounded and it's full of beautiful energy, my home is full of fairies, that is the truth. And if I were to ever come across a night of really bad energy experiences, that's because it's coming out. Because I'm stating my truth. I'm stating the truth of what my reality is that I exist in, which is manifesting it. And so I just have to let it manifest itself. Do you see what I'm saying here? All right, so I have been going through all of my chakras every day just by stating this. I don't have to energetically tune in and take the time. I can, but it's like my heart is feeling it in order for it to become its own truth. Whereas I can state it and I can believe in the statement itself as the truth without having to just check, just to see if it's working. This is just something I'm exploring right now. This is just an epiphany I had. And I'm working with it. And I'm just seeing what it all means to me, okay? And I wanted to share it with you guys. So let's just open all of our chakras together right now. All right. You can start with any chakra. It's just whatever you feel attracted to, okay? So let's just start with the root. We'll just get grounded and go right on up the scale, okay? My root chakra is open. My root chakra is open. If you happen to feel anything like pressure in your heart or your throat or your third eye, pressure in any of your other chakras, you have the right to say my root chakra is open out loud. So when you state that, if you feel anything, that is actually what is leaving from other chakras that are interconnected with your root, from your root chakra itself. That is energy that is leaving. So you are living in the reality that your root chakra is open, and anything else that's not true to that reality is leaving. It's not trying to get your attention to hold you back or to feel like your root isn't open. It's all an illusion. All that other stuff is an illusion. So my root chakra is open, okay? Now my sacral chakra is open. My sacral chakra is open. Remember, anything else that says otherwise, just let it go. You don't have to question it. You don't have to wonder about it. You don't have to judge it. You don't have to doubt it. You can just let that go. My sacral chakra is open. My solar plexus chakra is open. My solar plexus chakra is open. my solar plexus chakra is open. And you only have to say it one time, but sometimes it's nice just to say it again. Then say it again. Yeah, it is open. My solar plexus chakra is freaking open. It's totally open. Because it is open. It always was open. It's been totally open this whole time. The only thing that makes you think that it isn't is when you're attached to questioning yourself, your reality, feeling frustrated about people in your life. It's all an attachment to what you think is part of your reality. It may be, right? But your solar plexus chakra is open, okay? And all that other stuff can go. Because you don't need it anymore. Because you don't live in the reality where you're attached to all that emotional stuff. You live in the reality where you have no emotional attachments. And you live in the reality where your solar plexus chakra is open. You see? So you can say that for real, and you don't even have to explain yourself. You don't even have to explain why your solar plexus chakra is open. You can just state that, and that is the truth. It's like stating, I am a healthy eater. What does that mean exactly? To eat healthy? Is eating healthy an idea? Well, you don't have to judge it. You don't even have to know why you're saying it. You can just say, I eat healthy, and then see how that changes your life. Just see what you're attracted to in a different way. It's kind of exciting. I have $10 million. Just see what happens in your life. Like, why can't that be your reality? You know? Why does it have to be judged? Why does it have to be, well, I don't have $10 million. Why do you have to be in a reality where you don't have that? Why do you have to be in a reality where your house is a mess because you see it as a mess? It isn't that reality you live in. You live in the reality of a clean house, right? Okay, my heart chakra is open. My heart chakra is freaking totally open. And I'm cool with letting go of anything that says otherwise. Doubt, judgment, ego. My heart chakra is open. My throat chakra is open. My throat chakra is open. My throat chakra is open. It's freaking awesome. I have an open throat chakra. I am free to speak freely. I feel safe speaking my feelings. Now, if you were to say, I feel safe speaking my feelings, and you don't actually feel that way, let go of the doubt, let go of the judgment, because you actually do feel safe speaking your feelings. You do feel safe. So you need to live in the reality where you do feel safe speaking your feelings. And that is the reality you live in, right? Because that's what the affirmation says. That's why you're saying it. I feel safe to speak freely. And the more you say it, watch your life revolve around your belief that you do feel safe and free to speak freely, and that your throat chakra is open, because you're living in the reality that it is open, okay, by stating that. I'm living in the reality that my home is full of light and happiness and love, and that's it. I just need to state that, and that's the truth. It's awesome to state it again and again, because every time you say it, it's like it's getting so much brighter than the last time you said it. It's like, man, it's even more real now than the first time I said it. Like, the more I say it, it's like, man, it's real. It really is great. It's really great. All right, let's get to the third eye in the crown. I want to tell you guys some other stuff. My third eye is open. I see clearly. What I see is wise. What I see is love. I mean, it can be whatever affirmations you want it to be. And don't judge your affirmation style, okay? So if you feel like, I used to feel clumsy making affirmations, I used to just be like, scratch my head, like, how do these people just come up with these affirmations? I don't know if I'm making good affirmations. Don't judge your own affirmations. They're your statement. And again, no judgment, no doubt. So state it the way that it feels right in your heart. I was stating in there that I'm not afraid of astral travel. And then I said, well, is that a good affirmation? Like, not afraid of astral travel? Is that like me asking for experiences to prove that I'm not afraid? Like, there I was judging. Don't judge it. You know what? If that's the thing that comes out first, then just go with it. And that is the most innocent way of expressing yourself. So don't judge your own innocent way of saying something. And then just see if it molds and shapes itself in a different way in time. You don't have to just say the same thing every single time. You can. You might notice that it feels like you want to say it differently. Then say it differently. I love what my third eye reveals to me about myself and this world. And I'm so grateful for it. I mean, that's you living in the reality of being grateful for being able to see beyond, being able to see into things in a deeper way. It's not just about the spirit realm or psychic ability. It's also about just seeing into the human world in ways that you didn't see into it before. All right, my crown chakra is open. My crown chakra is totally freaking awesome and open. My crown chakra is so full of light and so full of love. And it is so beautiful and open. All of my chakras are open. All of my chakras are open in front of me and behind me, above, below me. I am open to inhaling and exhaling the love of all, the wisdom of all. It just feels so great. I've been doing this, and so there are times, so at night, if I feel inspired to, I'll just fill myself up with light and then just become brighter and brighter. And I would take the time to feel the light inside myself getting brighter. And it would take a long time, so it would kind of deter me from wanting to do it, because I would just feel the light inside of myself getting brighter and brighter, and then filling in my room, and then filling in the hallway, and filling in my kids' rooms, and then the living room, and like filling in my home, okay? And then I would fill in the whole place, and all the homes next to mine, and then our neighborhood, and I would feel it getting, expanding. And it's just like, man, it's a lot of work to expand my light around the earth. Like, it's a lot of work. Why can't I just state that and that be true? Because then I live in the reality of that truth. The heart, it's almost like it feels the harmony of the universe as it exists in our now. And we can learn. There's so many different lenses we can learn through. We can learn through the lens of a microscopic look or a macroscopic look at our reality. There's so many different dimensional layers of truth. And this is just yet another tip or suggestion on how you can quickly and easily open all your chakras, expand your light, fill your home with light, but just by stating it. Manifest a clean home, manifest money in your life. It's all it is a statement. There's no reason to believe otherwise. There's no reason to believe against the statement itself, because then you're arguing with the reality that you're choosing to exist in, and you don't need to do that. It's the letting go of ego, letting go of judgment, letting go of doubt. That is the power of this manifestation tool. So now I'm saying, I'm traveling the astral plane. I have no memory of doing it, okay? Does that mean it's not happening? I have to stick with my truth and allow it to manifest in its own divine time without judgment of that time. and allowing myself to go through the process of seeing what happens next and on the pathway to the reality I'm choosing for myself. So let's say you're stating something, you know, my house is clean, okay? But it definitely doesn't look clean. Now you get to discover the pathway to your clean house, because you're stating my house is clean. And now if it takes a month, if it takes a year, if it never ends up getting there, you still are stating the truth. And it's revealing to you so much about yourself in the process of clearing out every single element of resistance between you and your transformation, you and your quantum leap. All right? So never stop believing or standing firm, standing grounded in your quantum leap, which is a statement of truth that is the reality that you exist in. Okay? So, what do you guys think of all that? I love it. It's very easy. I never really understood. I mean, I get how affirmations work. I get it. I even see it working in the energy world. Like when I project my consciousness into an affirmation, I project my consciousness and use affirmations in other people's energy fields, or I go into the energy field as somebody who uses affirmations. You can see it works, okay? So, but it's cool to have more of like a firm understanding of how to put that power in action. And it's as simple as just standing in the truth, because there's no reason to judge it or argue with it. And if you close your eyes and let's say you want to work on opening your third eye, well, your third eye is open, right? And so when you state that, if you close your eyes and relax and state that, my third eye is open, anything that says otherwise is all the ego and judgment and doubt energy that you aren't going to have in your life anymore. So you're just going to work through letting all that stuff come out every time you say it. How many times have you said otherwise? Like, how do I remove third eye blocks? I'll never become psychic, blah, blah, blah. So these are affirmations holding you into the reality of what it is that you feel is your truth. Don't do that anymore. I'm not doing it. I swear I'm not. I'm not going to get sucked into that human way. I'm going to stand in my truth. Okay. And now we can stand in the truth that we live in a beautiful world, a supportive, loving world, a world where the human race our hearts are open. And we are choosing to receive love and self-awareness. And we aren't resisting it. I live in a world of love. Deep, unconditional love and awareness of love. And everybody in my life is opening up and has opened up. It's like, see how we create affirmations? It's okay to just start with something and then let yourself discover your reality in that affirmation. All right, I think I said enough. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your love and support, all your beautiful comments, and I hope you're all having a really nice weekend. If any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. You can also find me on Patreon. I'm doing live streams out there. You can find me on Patreon at Abbey Normals Wisdom Quest. I'm also on YouTube. I have 2 other YouTube channels. One is Abbey Psychic Services, and the other is Zodiac Energy Readings. Okay, thank you all so much and have an awesome day.